What's up, Wizards? It's Dev from Mtg, and yeah, I look a little bit different every time that you see me. I've got a ponytail back here somewhere. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's there, I promise. And today we're gonna do a little Dank Jank for you, your favorite series, apparently. It's the one that gets the most views lately. But today I was having kind of a tough time deciding what I wanted to do for Dank Jank. There's not much time left, amazingly, in this season. Of course, that 2021 spoilers start in 2 or 3 weeks. So I really don't have too many Dank Janks left to do, so I got to pick carefully. But what I've decided to do is this cat Mutate deck. Every single card in the deck is a cat, so it's like we get to do cats again, and I'm always down for doing cats. Of course, we've got Kahira as our companion, but that's not really the story. What we want to do here is mutate as often as possible. And we've got a special tactic to our mutating here. We've got cards like Hero of the Pride, for instance, which is one of these like pseudo-heroic creatures that was just printed in Theros. But along with it, we've got things like Regal Leosaur and Huntmaster Liger, and all of these will end up, once we mutate them onto a Hero of the Pride, we'll end up in these huge boosts to our entire team. And this deck was mono-white at first, but I really wanted Snapdax in it, like a lot. So I went ahead and made it sort of Mardu, but it's not really Mardu. We got a Swamp and a Mountain in there, plus some Savai Triomes, some Fabled Passages, to find any pertinent basic lands. If we need to hard cast a Regal Leosaur or Necropanther, or just cast Snapdax at all, we want to mutate it, we need either a red or a black source to go with it. So at first, when I was, kind of getting into playing this deck and when it was completely mono-white, it was terrible. I have not played any games with this deck since I added Snapdax and changed the lands. So let's see if that made it, better or, way, way worse. We'll have to see. The deck wasn't very good to begin with, so I'm not really hoping for too many wins today. I just want to have some fun, because that's what it's all about. All right, we go first here, and this isn't, the best hand, but it's also not a terrible hand either, so I'm going to keep this. This is actually our second game, just so you know. Full disclosure, we have already played a game that I'm going to cut against a Agent of Treachery deck, but I don't like to put Agent of Treachery on the channel, especially considering it might not even be here next week. Wizards, I'm sure a lot of people want me to talk about this. Wizards just announced this morning that let's play a Garrison Cat here, turn 1. But Wizards just announced this morning that next week they're going to be announcing a change to the standard and historic ban list, as well as also addressing how companions are used. So it looks like they're not only going to ban something based on that language, but they're also going to change the way companions are built or are used. I'm thinking that the companion ability is probably going to be changed to something like, exchange a card in your opening hand for your companion. You put your companion in your opening hand. I'm thinking that's what it's going to be, but, no one knows, right? No one knows. So, but a lot of people also hung up on that word also. They say there's going to be a change to the standard and historic ban list, as well as also addressing the way companions, that companion ability, the companion mechanic works. I finally got the words out correctly. All apologies. This turn, I could Kahira. But I could also mutate a Necropanther onto a Hero of the Pride. I won't get anything back, but I'll get a pretty good little boost. But I don't think it's going to be enough to really make attacking worth it. So I'm going to throw down this Kahira. Wait for some removal, because some is almost certainly coming. But yeah, it looks like they're going to ban at least a card in Standard, based on that announcement. They don't remove anything. They're going to just Yorvo here. And if I had to guess what card they're banning, I have 3... thoughts here. And they might ban more than one card. It's entirely possible. But, oh, there's a Leosaur. That's kind of neat. Well, let's try this as I build suspense for what cards I think are going to get banned. Doesn't really matter. I guess I'll put it over. Just to have 4 different creatures on the battlefield at the same time. Now, let's get in with everything minus Kahira, I think. 5/3, they can block there, they can block there. I don't like that. I really don't. I don't like a 6/6 Sea Dasher Octopus. It's pretty insane. Let's just try and get in, see if they'll trade. If they don't, they'll just take their 6, go down to 10. So maybe another Mutate next turn would be insane, actually, if we can keep this Leosaur around. But yeah, cards I think might get banned. First is Agent of Treachery. That's why I started this entire conversation. I think that if a card is going to get banned, it very likely will be Agent of Treachery before it's just about anything else. But I also think Fires of Invention... Sterix. I also think that Fires of Invention and Teferi, Time Raveler, have pretty good chances of being banned here coming up. So we'll see what happens on Monday. Let's go ahead and mutate onto the Leosar. Get a big old bonus. A big ski bonusy. And this time, I am going to maybe just throw caution to the wind. They block there. They block there. Just want to deal as much damage to them as possible. We're going to lose an important creature here. I mean, we're probably going to lose either the Panther or the Kahira, if I had to guess. Interesting that you block this hero. So they go to 5. Let's even up the board state a little bit. But we got another Panther in our hand, which could be really nice. They get another blocker here with Arboreal Grazer. Down to 5. Oh, they're going to get a bunch of permanents here with their Starks. That hurts. They're at 5, we're at 20, but this is not a good position to be in at all. 2 Nars. Woof. Sea Dashers goes up to a 10-10. They're going to get in. Screw it, I'll take 10. And you can draw a card. You're tapped out. I think we have like this turn to win the game, and I don't think it's going to happen, but we can at least try and get in, kill some of their guys, but even then, it's going to be so tough. But I am going to Panther. See what happens here. Skip back Kahira, obviously. Oh, we get 2, of course. Hero. Interesting, isn't it? Isn't that interesting? Well, we have blockers now. I'm going to go ahead and try them. I was thinking about saving it for cycling, but now, if we get a snap deck next turn, we can play it. And that might be huge. See if they have another Mutator. The Sterix could go crazy. Yeah, they do. Oh, it's another Sterix. Well, let's give them a nice, and it's probably a good game, to be honest. So that's a lot of Starix triggers. But let's see what they get. You know, let them have their fun, right? Because it's really fun to get a bunch of Starix triggers. Like, really, really fun. Sea Dasher to an 11. That's the biggest Sea Dasher octopus I've ever seen. Easily. And 14-14 Sea Dasher. They're going to actually tap the Starix to put Sea Dasher on it, but that's fine. They just want the Mutate triggers. Man, this is going to be a full board right here. This is beautiful. I can appreciate it. Man, we almost had him. And honestly, the deck worked pretty well this time around. There was just no winning this one, y'all. Woo! Woo! That's not. Oh, and they can haste with the shifting Ceratops. Nice. Give them a nice. Tell them good game. And get out of here. They almost attacked with the Grazers. Wow. So nasty. Good game, opponent. All right, we go first here up against Tater Tot 2035. Apparently they're from the future. They're playing Lurus, so there's going to be some early action, but we got some early action too. I'm okay with that. I really hope we draw an untapped land next turn. That would be great. That would be really, really great. I think there's a total of 17 in the deck, so we got a good shot at it, but not guaranteed. Hey, why don't you pick your opening hand there, Tater Tot? This is, I think, the 3rd or 4th game we played today, and every single time I go into Unranked, it takes like a full minute to get matched up with anyone, so kind of wondering if people saw like the band announcements happening next week and like just nobody's playing. Like no one's going to play all week. We'll see. This is a good argument, by the way, for Wizards. Just instead of announcing that they're going to announce bans, just announce bans. Just do that. Just announce the bans. Right? I know that sounds like way too simple, but I wish, like, I would rather them, instead of saying, hey, there's going to be bans next week, I would rather them say, hey, we're banning these cards, but it's not going to go into effect until next week. I think that'd be the better way of doing it, to be honest. Season of Growth. So we're playing against that deck. I have seen this deck a lot lately, like an awful lot. Did somebody do a deck tech? Did it win an event or something? Like, what's the deal with the Season of Growth Lurus deck? Maybe it did win an event. I think it did go 5-0 in an MTGO league, but like that's not enough for me to have seen it so often lately. Third land, Gingerbrute. All that glitters. Here it comes. Because I guess we could block. No, we couldn't be a 4-4. So I wouldn't want to block that. But we might race, because I can Cub Warden next turn. And that'd be pretty sweet, actually. Cub Warden into Regal Leosaur is not a bad play. Not bad at all. And if we lose something along the way, we got a Necropanther. We could always just Kahira next turn and get in. That's a possibility. Save the Cub Warden. We get another Fabled Passage. Neat. Let's go ahead and pop that for a white source. Well, I guess. Doesn't really matter what source we get. I'll go ahead and get the... Well, nah. I've got all the black and red sources I could ever need already, so just go get white. So, now, I've reached an impasse. I think I'm going to go ahead and Cub Warden and set up Regal Leosaur next turn. I think that's the right way to do it. I was thinking maybe I should put this Cub Warden on the Charm Stray. Alright, so let's get in here. Get a couple of 1/1s. They're going to be 2/2s next turn. I would really... I think next turn is probably... really important. It's like, I think we... probably Leosaur next turn. I think that's probably better. It's probably better than Kahira. But that's tough. That's a tough one. Let's see what our opponent does here, because, you know, timely all that glitters on all seed will be awful. That'd be terrible. They're eyeing down Cub Warden. Oh, it's a Kenrith's Transformation. Neat. Okay. Kenrith's Transformation. A card these decks don't even play. There's the all that glitters. And that's probably our game, ladies and gentlemen. If I had to guess. Another Leosaur. Leosaur? Are you a dinosaur? Yeah. Man, Kenrith's Transformation. Kenrith's Transformation. It's amazing. I really want to just drop a Leosaur on the table. I really want to do that. Sure. Sure. Why wouldn't you just block the 5/5 and kill it? Right? I'm doing it. No, save it. Save it. If you draw land next turn, it's going to give you massive boosts, so do it. You really need to draw that land, man. They're at 5. We're at 32. So that's a pretty good position to be in here. Sentinel's Eyes on the Gingerbrute. Uh-oh. They don't have to tap it to attack now. That's not great. But they really probably like need to just play another creature. That's likely what they need to do the most here. They need block us. Oh my goodness. Or they could just like kill us. A 16/16 Brute. It's hot. It's so hot. Of course, that only takes our life total down by half. So, not terrible. So, Tessin Training, spending all that mana. They've already played a land this turn too, so if they get in, we'll just take it. The right thing to do here is take it. No blocks. Go down to 13 and probably win the game. So, yeah. We got the land, by the way, so we can Leosaur twice. I really hope they allow us to do it. I really do. Leosaur! 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 Oh, and by the way, at first I thought it was whenever this, creature mutates, the things get a bonus for the amount of times they've mutated with Regal Leosaur. It's not. So that was the right play, to put it on two different things. But we did it! We freaking did it! We picked one up. Alright, we're up for another one here against Farucaster. They have Yumori as their companion, and kind of don't like going second, but our hand is pretty good. All things considered, our hand is pretty freaking good. So, I'll take it. We can always Garrison, Mr. Garrison, turn 1. Again, we have to draw untapped lands. Maybe I should go down to 3 Fabled Passage. It has not been hard to find... You're another land. But it has not been hard to find, like, colored sources if we need to have them. You know, colored sources besides white. So maybe go down to 3 Fabled Passage is the right thing to do. They're going to Great Horn on an Arboreal Grazer here. Usually when you see Yumori, at this day and age, it's usually Mutate. Oh boy. Alright, so let's... Plains. Man, they'll have enough mana to Sterix in like 2 turns. That kind of hurts. Let's hero. We still need more untapped lands. I'd like another untapped land next turn for Regal Leosar. And then we can just start playing these passages. It won't matter. So, well, they can definitely Starix, but they've only got 1 more card in their hand. And if it's not a Starix, then they might be in some amount of trouble. We didn't get the untapped land that I wanted. Really could have used that this turn. Really could have. But let's get a red source. I guess we'll play Garrison Cat, say go. All is not lost, even if they Starix, but I'm not going to like it. I'm not going to like it if they do. I think they get 3 permanents now if they Starix, because, yeah, Great Horn plus Parcel Beast plus Starix. And they don't have it, but they will make us sack a creature, which isn't a big deal. But once they get that Starix, it's going to be a problem. Well, we're getting the lands. We are getting those lands, aren't we, boys? Really thinking about getting a black source and just casting Snapdax. That'd be a fun thing to do, wouldn't it? And then next turn we can Leosar. That might be cool. Snapdax. Well... Hold on, is there somebody at my house? I can just look out the window. Yes, there is, as a matter of fact. Let me send a quick text. No, we'll snap. I'll Snapdax. So we can say we played the card. And, say go. Man, it's so dangerous. Let me just send the text to the person outside. And then we'll get on with this game eventually. Gem Razor, but they got nothing to blow up. But we will have to sacrifice this 1/1, so big deal. Well, actually, I'll sacrifice the Garrison Cat just so we won't really have to go down on board presence. I think that's the way to go. Now, Cub Warden. Cub Warden is freaking sweet. Man, that makes me just want to keep setting up, you know? But we actually don't have all the time in the world to keep setting up. They're going to Starix eventually, and that's just going to ruin our day. Man, this deck is really mana hungry. Alright. Well, let's Cub Warden. On the hero. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way. That's the ticket. And then, we're going to start swinging. Pop in with Snapdax, see if they want to take 8. I'll probably just block, you know, with Baby. But that's okay. We've set up enough here to where we can get a ridiculous turn. Especially, again, if we draw a land. We keep hitting that, that situation. Sack a creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. which kind of hurts. They parcel beasted. They're going to parcel beast again. Means they can't attack, but they can make us sacrifice multiple creatures. I think they're just looking for a Starix at this point. They get a baby instead. And they're going to parcel beast onto the baby. Interesting. Okay. Surprised they didn't... onto the Chittering Harvester there. Alright. Here comes Yumori. They're just trying to get a board presence so they can block. Huntmaster, which isn't a land. God. This deck does everything on 6 mana, apparently. Leosar onto the Cub Warden. Put it under. And they're going to scoop! Hey, we pulled it off. Nice. We'd have had a 6-power double strike Snapdack swinging in this turn, so... Whew, picked another one up. Maybe it's not so bad, right? Not a terrible looking deck at all. And if you can get set up, but there's so much setup to do, you know. You keep thinking like, it's the kind of deck where you're like, oh, I'll mutate this time, and then I'll start attacking. Oh, wait a minute, now I'll mutate again, and then I'll start attacking. Hold on now, I've got more action in my hand. I'll mutate again, and then we'll start attacking. So, I mean, it just requires like so many turns to get set up, but it's a cool deck. I mean, I had fun today, and that's what I set out to do. I mean, I didn't really get enough, like a chance to count it up in not the last game, but the game before that we won, when I know we had at least one 9-power attacker and a bunch of other 4- and 5-power attackers. I didn't really get a chance to add it all up, but I'm pretty sure we're swinging for well over our opponent's starting life total in 2 of the games today. So deck does what it wants when it's relatively, you know, undisturbed, I would say. But there are definitely some changes need to be made. I don't think that there's really enough life gain in the deck to make Pride Mate a great card. We're just playing it because it's a cat. But since we're playing Kahira, you could just play like, you know, a beast or a nightmare or a dinosaur or something in this slot instead. And I think that'd probably be better. I just wanted to hit the all-cat theme, you know. And there's a lot of stuff we didn't get to do today. We didn't get to mutate a Snapdax. We got to play it, and it helped us win that game, I think. But we didn't get to mutate it, and mutating it is really, really fun. But we also didn't get extra counters on Charmstray. Kahira wasn't the all-star it normally is. Necropanther didn't get to actually do much either. Cub Warden was a surprising all-star in these games. We didn't mutate a Huntmaster Liger even once. So, like, there's a bunch of stuff this deck can do that we didn't get a chance to see today. But I'm actually thinking about hopping on camera with it again. But I doubt that'll happen, just because, like I said at the very beginning, there's very little time left to actually play decks in this format. But you know, I want to play so much. I know a lot of people want to see this No-Bosh deck that I posted to Twitter last week. I've gotten a lot of messages about that deck. I thought about playing it today, but again, I wanted kind of a low-stress day, and that deck requires an awful lot of decision-making, but apparently so does this one. But we still had a ton of fun with this deck today, and I hope you try it out. As usual, I'll leave a link in the description to the deck on TCG Player, so you can pick it up if you want to, make any changes that you need to. But if you order through that link, you help me out like tremendously, so do that if you can. If you got the Skrill. If not, don't. It's a really tough time right now for pretty much everyone. So if you don't have the money to order cards, for God's sake, don't do it. But if you do, then order some cards, help your boy out. You can also go to the Patreon if you got an extra $1 a month. That'll help you vote on what decks you want to see around here and what content in general, for that matter. And it really helps me out. Congratulations. Thank you, I should say. Congratulations to myself. Thank you to all the new patrons. I've got a bunch of you in the last few weeks, really since spoiler season. I've had a lot of new patrons. I just want to thank all of y'all off the rip for that, because you're the whole thing that keeps the channel going. I don't make really much money from any other income source. So Patreon is literally what keeps me alive. So I really appreciate all of y'all. But aside from that, just do all the other YouTube stuff. Like, share if people still actually do that. Subscribe to the channel, do the YouTube stuff. And I'll be back tomorrow with another deck. But right now, it's either going to be the All Sorceries Yumori deck, which I'm pretty sure is like the only card type people haven't paired with Yumori yet. So I want to do that one. Either that or it's going to be Mono Black Control, because right now, last I checked, there's only a 1-vote difference on Patreon between those two decks. I'm not sure which one it's going to be, but one of those two should be out tomorrow or the next day. So keep subscribed to the channel, keep checking up on us, because we put out videos like 3 or 4 times a week. And I'm hoping to actually put out more content here in the coming weeks. Because again, I've got a whole bunch of decks I want to play, but I haven't got the chance to play any of them on camera. So I'm hoping to bang out a bunch of videos in the next couple of weeks here. But do all the YouTube stuff, and I guess I'll catch you cats later. I'm Deb from The Place. Thanks for watching, my wizards. Spread love and be kind.